So you're filing for Chapter 11 in the US. Why now and not in Sweden?
First of all, Chapter 11 in our industry is a very well-known tool. It is something that really also our, let's call it, constituents are used to, right? Suppliers, vendors, our whole ecosystem. And it has certain benefits, such as the fact that our aircraft and all our agreements can stay in place. And that's very important because we get to fly, just operate as normal throughout the Chapter 11 process. And that's very important to us.
So why not here in Sweden?
Because it doesn't have all those same benefits, right? We once again, let's break it down. Through Chapter 11, you can fly on. So for our customers, this is also the least disruptive when we actually get the maximum, call it, benefits of that process by continuing our financial restructuring process. So really, in that sense, our customers, they can fly, you're a bonus, everything works. Right now, because of the strike, it doesn't, but because of everything else, it works. We will continue to fly throughout Chapter 11, and we continue with our financial restructuring process.
Right. So members of the SAS, Scandinavia Pilots Unions, have been called out on strike. Have you gotten any reactions from potential investors?
Well, not good news, obviously, and that was also my statement yesterday. How is this going to help, right? You strike in the middle of the high season. I hope that what also our announcement this morning shows is, look, the situation for the company is real. This is something that we have to resolve. We're calling once again upon the pilot unions to come back to the table and make sure that we get to a resolution for our passengers, but also for SAS, because we do need to find the investors.
You mentioned today's announcement. How do you think the decision of today will affect the strike process?
Well, in essence, they are unrelated, but of course we hope that people see that the situation for the company, you don't do this because you're in a luxurious position, right? So we're doing this really because things are real and we have to take the next step in our transformation process. I want to add something there because I think sometimes maybe people don't realize this. We have people already committed. The Norwegian government, the Swedish government and the Danish government have, for instance, said that they will convert their debt into equity. The Danish government has also said that they will participate with new capital. But they have said very clearly, only if, we will only participate if you implement SAS forward, right? So that means the full burden sharing that we have laid out in, right, the SAS forward plan. And secondly, if there is that investor, a bigger investor, that we can then attract also to the company. So that is really what we're talking about here. We have to move forward with our SAS forward plan in order to unlock all of the things that have been committed to us.
So what's the current status now for the whole strike process?
Well, again, the strike process has brought this forward, right? The restructuring plan needs to be implemented. The burden sharing needs to be implemented. And our announcement today is clearly to show there wasn't enough progress. We don't want that to get derailed. We're taking matters now really into our own hands again. We filed for Chapter 11 in the United States. And we hope that therefore also people really do get to terms and understand we need to contribute to the SAS forward plan.
So how much does the strike cost the company daily?
Yeah, in terms of lost revenue, that is of course substantial. We always have a number there of around 150 million kroner. That is in lost sales, in cancellations, in refunds, and everything that we have to do to, of course, make sure that we keep on operating. Like I said, yesterday we cancelled about 150 flights. Today already more than 250 flights in the high season. Not just the financial implications, but again the operational implications. All those passengers that were looking forward to going on holidays right now after the last 2.5 years, we need to absolutely resolve this.
And finally, you seemed quite emotional during yesterday's press conference. How are you feeling?
Yeah, it was upsetting yesterday. We went in, right, of course, the SAS forward plan, once again, you hope that people contribute, you expect to get a good outcome so that you don't have to go through some of these steps that we're now taking. And yeah, to see the pilot group strike, that is of course not great. High season, a lot of customer impact, a lot of customers that will be unhappy. And I wanted to point out yesterday as well, that date has never been set by us. There wasn't a deadline. There was no need to issue a strike warning, and there was no need to go on strike. So for us, we do need to make sure that, of course, we get back into a room and that we resolve it.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.